Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Escape from Scornhold. We had a little bit of a delay there. Thank you for bearing with us. I am your game master, Esper. I'm certainly rooting for everybody here in that they survive escaping from the underpit of Scornhold. I definitely do not wish to see them torn limb for limb or returned back into stony statues. Who are the characters, everybody? We'll start with AJ.
I'm playing Bogodan. He is an Oni ogre, and he is currently king of the castle. Everybody else are dirty rascals.
Adam?
Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm playing a different character than I play in Mirrormorn. I'm playing Hakim. You'll find out who that is.
Next up, we got Wally.
Hi, I'm Wally. I will be playing an arachnomancer by the name of Izor.
Next is Michelle.
Hi, everyone. I will be playing Durothi, the Labyrinth Hunter Minotaur.
And last but certainly not least, Bob.
Hey everybody, I'm Bob, and I'm playing Emmett, the small yet fierce vampire. I forgot to announce this last time, and somebody reminded me in the, I'm the Beguiler, the Dark Beguiler. That's my class, but yeah, thank you.
So everyone here are playing monster classes from this new 5e book that I'm working on called Monstrous Heroes. If you've been around my channel, you've heard me talking about it. We are in the midst of this adventure, and I am eager to jump back in. So let's do that. Let's return now to Scornhold. A citadel situated in a desolate mountainous region known as Kaharaya. And the citadel is lorded over by a great and mighty, both in size and in personality, ogre named Vakodas. And he collects trophies, we could call them, petrified adventurers and monsters that he keeps down in his underpit. And from time to time, he gathers up his thralls and soldiers and releases a gas that thaws out all of the things he has down in the underpit, and they all struggle and fight each other for the amusement of this ogre lord and his minions. And you all have been fighting for your very lives, or maybe in the case of the undead, your unlives. And I'm going to give a quick just run through of everything that's the state of things, and then we're just going to jump right back into this encounter. So we've got a dais, multi-tiered dais, or almost ziggurat-like structure with 4 pillars. This pillar is damaged thanks to Bogodan chucking a rock at it. Adam, would you give an initiative check for Hakim?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to slide you into the initiative.
Sure. I'm looking at, a 23.
I'm glad that I asked because you're actually going to be second.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start things off with, I'm going to run through it and then we'll start. We'll begin with Izor, the arachnomancer, arachneer, who is there. You are currently, I think you leapt down off of this pillar. You were starting to climb up, but I think you leapt off of it when Bogodan threw that rock and damaged it. And
Yes.
Hakim, we'll be checking in on you in just a moment. You'll get your introduction. Then there is this goblin mage who has been slinging spells and quite tricksy, doing a lot of hitting and running and hiding and other such goblin-y, scoundrelish shenanigans. And then we will go to Bogodan, who is an Oni-blooded ogre who has some spells and throws rocks, and I think you have a great club as well. You're still, as you said, king of the hill, standing up on top. There is an Etten who is well, there's two names, right? Because it's an Etten, Slumiark and Ebitog, and they got unpetrified and has come stomping up here, chucking rocks along the way. Got entangled in Durathi's binding trap, so currently restrained, this Etten. And then it will go to Durathi herself, the Labyrinth Hunter Minotaur. And after that, there are these fire-spitting statues, though one of them has actually been destroyed. Oh, I've already taken it off the map. Okay, so there's only one functioning fire-spitting, multi-headed stone trap. Let's see. The dragon got slain. It's not quite dead. It's just mostly dead. I believe Emmett was drinking some blood from it.
I
But,
drank it twice.
I'm-
It might have a save left in it.
Yes, you still see the thing's lungs weakly rising and falling, but you don't know if it's going to hold out much longer. Veggie Might is another ogre, a rather sickly and anemic one who is currently screaming as though he is about ready to be, meet some horrific doom, which he might be, and is fleeing the scene. He's quite hurt. And Emmett, Emmett the dark beguiler vampire, who appears to be but a boy, but a young lad, and I believe you have some interest in this goblin. You've made some comments.
He's mine.
Oh yes, he will be mine. And I also should give a quick shout out, as he's been giving many shout outs. Raxel, a gargoyle who is at a large stony table with various bottles, decanters, alembics, and other ingredients. He appears to be mixing drinks and throwing them back and doing some commentating of this game, which he will do. They started off as stone, but as we see, they are really stone cold killers. And stone cold killers you have been, as you have slain many foes, bugbears, ogre, zombie, jester, the blue dragon, the stone statue, the fire spitter, can't forget that. All right, that brings us back up to speed, I believe. Let's do this. Izor.
Yes.
You have initiative here.
Fantastic. Izor is tracking that goblin. Where the hell is he? I would like to get Izor would like to get within 30 feet of that goblin, if that's possible.
Izor, you look down here from the ledge at the goblin.
Yes. And I would like to use my Arachneer ability, which is the shoot web.
Sticky strands fire from your spinnerets. Make an attack roll.
That is going to be a natural 20 to begin things off.
What a great way to begin. Speaking of rolling well, who got inspiration last session?
Oh no, was it Vegemite?
I think it was Fred. Okay, so I'm going to pass this along in a great random roll fashion. So I'm just going to roll one of you all. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 it is. Adam, actually.
Nah, exclude me. I wasn't here last time.
Okay, I'll bump it down to the next. Wally,
Yes.
you
I have
are actually the one
inspiration.
who has the inspiration.
Oh, things are
Completely
just
unrelated
turning
to you
up
rolling a
Izor.
natural 20. You have webbed up the goblin.
Yes. Yeah. Now that I have him, see, that's an action for that. I would like to. Oh, this will be my last.
You can
roll
do
slot.
your shoot web as part of your multi-attack. You
Okay,
Can do,
do
you
I
can do a max
still
of
ha-
one shoot web on a multi-attack.
If I recall correctly, I was concentrating on hex last time. Would that
Yes.
still be a thing?
You still
I
are
would-
concentrating on hex.
Okay, and I don't remember if I had it hex on the goblin or not, but if I did not, I would like to move it from the dragon to the goblin.
Sadly, I did not make that note. I should have.
Okay, then I feel comfortable saying moving it from the dragon to the goblin,
Yep.
and I would make sure that strength is the ability score.
You don't say. You don't say.
Yes, don't say.
Okay.
And then Ezor's gonna look around for Emmett. Hurry up! I don't have all day. It's all yours.
Now,
legs are
do
so
you
short.
want to do something with your?
With my
Multi-attack?
second attack,
Yeah.
can I perceive how injured this goblin is? Because I don't want to kill him. I don't think we've hit him yet.
You have not observed the goblin be damaged.
Then I'll move with it. I'll close the distance and I'll bite him. Or I probably can't. I probably moved that far.
Let's see. You
Because
climb
I can't
down
use-
10 to there. I move you, what, about 10 to get to that ledge, and then you climb down 10 again.
Oh,
You are just within
delicious.
biting range.
Yes, I would like to bite.
You have advantage as he is restrained in your sticky webs.
Very good, very good. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yes, you have bit the goblin mage.
Okay, so that'll be a D6 for piercing, a D6 of poison, and I apologize, I forgot what hex is. If that's a D8 or a
D6
D6
of necrotic.
So that'll be 3 poison, 10 piercing, and 4 necrotic.
Sounds like
17.
17 total.
Mhm.
Your spider fangs snap the goblin viciously, and he screams wildly in pain. And he begins to agonize there in the web. He's very, very injured by that.
Yes, don't
looks-
worry, little one. I've
he
got
looks-
plans for you. Help is on the way. That will end my turn.
Hakim. Hakim, you were not a part of this group who was ogres with a couple mercenaries from Hebu Town attempting to reclaim ogrish shrines of old that had fallen into ruin after being sacked by enemy bands here in the mountains. No, you were some unrelated, some other.
I robbed the
Wait.
wrong tomb.
You robbed the wrong tomb and found yourself suddenly being petrified by someone. You did not see who did it to you, but you remember the stony sensation coming over you. And you are now coming to, and the first thing you see is a swirling mist, a gas of sorts. And there is a rather unpleasant sensation, like as though the feeling of when your leg falls asleep, but it's that all over your entire body. But thankfully, it doesn't last very long, and your consciousness and your sight returns to you, and you find yourself here in a corridor in some dank, dim, undercroft maze or dungeon of some sort. And there's cheering noises of wild folk. Ogre, you can even see through these viewing ports, these lattice work grills in the ceiling, like a 60-foot high ceiling. Ogres and trolls and orcs and other monstrous folk. Ah, the strigoi has come to play. And you now as well are fighting for your life. Do you pick a side? Are you on no one's side? And you also feel very, very famished.
Well, so in that moment, as he's no longer stony, he brushes some dust off of his tattered robes and straightens what's left of a turban on his disheveled hair as dried blood cakes his beard. And he makes a show of taking a breath that he doesn't have to take, but thinks there are people around and says, "Freedom smells a lot like blood." And in that moment, look, is there a hole, you said?
There, in the ceiling, there's a high, like 60-foot high, 60-foot raised, vaulted ceiling with these latticed viewing ports where Vakodas and his thralls are spectating this grisly struggle.
All right. Well, with that in mind,
And your words, they're almost hard to form, partially because your jaw's not 100% depetrified yet, and partially because there is this like animalistic hunger, like battling for control within you. It's been long since you have fed.
freedom smells a lot like blood. Might be closer to how it comes out then. Well, with that in mind, he is going to not know yet who the sides are. He's going to dash forward his full speed of... Is it only 60 feet? I thought it was 80. No, I guess 30 feet is his base speed. Yeah, so 60-foot dash.
Towards the stairs?
Yes, if that gets him toward the stairs, he's going to go just to the side of him, and as a bonus action, hide. Just to kind of take stock of things. And that very interesting series of moves is my turn.
Okay. Well,
Actually, wait, is that...
maybe
that's
maybe you
40?
kind of you
Yeah.
get like a crouching low, creeping up the stairs to get a view of things.
Sure.
Is that what you're thinking? Okay. So
Yeah, if
you're,
he's partially obscured.
come again?
If he's partially obscured.
Yeah, yeah. You just creeping up there to get a little glimpse, and it's, there are these tiered layers. So you're just seeing like maybe heads and shoulders of this Etten and the horns of Durathi over there, and this, rather wondrous-looking Oni atop the ziggurat.
He's gonna remark to himself how some people look a lot more like they're here by choice, and others by the same means that I am.
Hold that thought as the goblin is struggling in Ezor's web and sure wishes he had a Misty Step spell. Alas, he does not. And he will, I think he has used all his second level spell slots. Aha, he has not used this one. He chants a spell, "Come on, Fergus!" and fire erupts from his hands with a burning hands spell. So how might he? I'm going to give him a sleight of hand check to see if he can manage to angle his hands in a way in which he can burn some of the webs. Does restrain give disadvantage on dexterity checks? It seems like it would.
I can look it up for you.
You have a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Restrained.
Okay.
You have a speed of 0. Attack
Okay.
rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and the creature has disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay. So no disadvantage on his sleight of hand. What is your web DC?
73.
It's gonna
that
be a
could
hard
wrong.
one.
Hold on. Let me double check that. I think that's
I thought
wrong.
that was right. You mentioned that to me last time.
I did. I thought it was incredibly high, and yeah.
Maybe
Man,
it's
these
7
Monster Hero
plus
classes
3.
are so good.
They are so good.
It's probably like 14?
15.
15? Okay.
15 strength. Yep.
So this is not an escape. This is just his sleight of hand to see if he can get some of the web
Right on.
burned away. Yes, he succeeds with the 20. So this doesn't get him out, but this will make it easier for him to escape when he does potentially escape. So make a dexterity saving throw against the burning hands as a cone of flame bursts through some of the webs from his palms and onto you. Die, spider!
Um, that is going to be 14.
You succeed. It's 9 damage, halved is 4.
Okay.
And yeah, he's still stuck. He's probably burned through some of the web, but that wasn't good enough. I think your webs have like 10 hit points, and it was just that one little section by his hands. So,
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Ezor's going to look at him and just like,
so-
you, if he doesn't get here by the next few seconds, you are going to really get it. Ezor is frustrated with this goblin to no extent.
and he's still stuck. So that didn't work out quite like he wanted it to, but it was something. Bogodon, you are atop the highest tier. You have seen many things unfold. And this ogre, or this Etten rather, I think it lobbed a rock at you, but now it's bound in Durathi's trap. What do you got?
Bogodan would like to grab one of the bugbear bodies, tear off a few limbs, maybe open up its entrails and scoff its organs as he needs to feed to replenish his hit points.
Bogodon begins to feast upon the viscera of the bugbear. All right, there is a gore spaghetti feast happening atop the ziggurat, and the Etten will struggle in the bonds, and it also is faced with the choice of trying to rip free or to attack.
Get out of this! Now! Kill her!
The two heads will argue with each other. I'm going to do a charisma contest. Slumiark gets a 10, and Abitog gets a 10. Oh my gosh. They both roll the exact same thing. I have to re-roll that. Usually a tie is there's no change in circumstance, but there's not really any circumstance to not change, so let's do this again. We're going to re-roll. All right, Slumiark certainly won. So trying to break free is the name of the game. This is a strength check. 14?
14 fails. It's a DC 15.
No! It's so close. It's so...
What is this stuff made of?
That is that. Durathi, have at it.
I say, ha ha ha, you stand no chance against the might of the Minotaur. And I will swing my great axe just directly at its heads.
You have
Okay,
advantage.
so we have a dirty 20 to hit.
You do have advantage
Oh.
in case you want to
okay.
check and see if maybe there's a critical waiting for
Oh,
you.
I see, I see. Now my next roll was an 18, so 25 total.
You have struck the foe.
Indeed, indeed, I have. So let us see how many damages we do. Looks like we got 16 damage to this Etten.
All right. 16. You swing your mighty great axe and put a hefty chop into the Etten, and blood begins to run down its hide, down its chest.
Ah! I should kill her!
Not
The-
a chance. Sorry.
The fire spitter trap, the one that is still active, will spit at the nearest target, which happens to be the Etten, because Bogodon's up there. I guess he chose the wrong stairway to come up. Here we go. A tongue of flame spits from the tongue of stone. It is a 13 to hit. It does have advantage. The creature is restrained. Oh gosh, one under critical. All right, the ogre, or the Etten rather. I don't know why I keep saying ogre. The Etten is singed to the tune of 6 fire damage. Ouch. It is not looking so good. The dragon's rising and falling of breaths ceases. The blue wormling there is no more. Vegemite says, "Oh, thank the spirits of the mountain! I'm getting out of here!" And he leaps down, looks one way, looks the other. Well, who knows what's there in the unknown? So he'll go towards Raxel, who seems to be a neutral party.
Who's ever seen an ogre running away? I've seen everything now.
All right, we go to the next round. Izor.
Did we miss Emmett?
Did Emmett
I
go?
thought-
Did we miss Emmett? We missed
we
Emmett.
missed Emmett.
It's
Why
very
did we
easy
miss
to miss
Emmett?
me. I'm so short. Yeah.
You are so short.
Yeah,
We
it's easy
can't
to
we
miss
can't forget Emmett.
Well, mine
I'm
turns to
keeping
be
an eye
very
on your
fast.
character all the time.
Yeah. My character's gonna be turns to be very fast. I'm booking it to the goblin, so I'll double move. I will dash, and I'll even retort to Izor. Yes, the spider has caught the fly. Hold him for me. Make sure he doesn't escape.
What do you think I'm doing? You get some. Move faster.
Don't talk to your elder that way. Wait. What's that? I smell vampire here.
Just do what's got to be done. Let's
I
go.
don't know that I actually do, but
Is that it? Is that your turn?
yeah, that's my turn.
Emmett perches from the ledge of the stony terrace, eyeing the goblin, who does not look to be faring all so well. A poisoned spider bite, growing red and swollen on its body. And we'll see what Emmett's designs are shortly. Oh, right, and Izor.
Yeah, so if it's back to Izor, I don't need to disengage, right? I mean, I can see the goblin is suffering, and I can move off without, since he's still entrapped in the web.
What's the question?
I was wanting to move, step back a little bit. I'm just curious if that would provoke an attack of opportunity. I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
trying to
opportunity attack.
trying to gauge how tied up in my web this goblin is.
So
I feel
normally he would have disadvantage, but he doesn't actually have a weapon in hand, so
Okay.
I wouldn't feel too scared.
Um.
Maybe
so
he'll try to bite you back.
Yeah, he might. Izor's gonna look over at Emmett and be like, "He's all yours." And I'm going to drink a healing potion, and that'll end my turn. So just gonna, yep, and kind of just try to gauge. I'll probably move up to just a little bit so I can at least see like where everybody else is at, because that's our only enemy left, right?
The Goblin Mage and the Etten are the two active foes. Now we could count the Fire Head.
Yeah,
as
I don't
well.
want anything to do with that. I'm staying out of their range. So.
Plus the entire audience and the Vakudan as well.
Right. Yeah, so Izor, being a large creature, just kind of looks, I'm sure they're fine. Come on, do your thing. And now pass turn. That's all I got.
Okay.
And I will gain 9 hit points off of that.
A refreshing surge of vigor comes into you. Hakim,
Needed it.
you are lurking here upon the stair.
All right, so having seen all of that, it looks like the colorful and mixed and therefore not likely local denizens group of people are all fighting the Etten. So I can assume that it's one of the like things of this place, and I've heard
Seems
a
to
goblin
be.
scream. Don't know if I saw it, but definitely saw that fiery head. So Hakim is going to veer off to the right, his right, and try and dash his way and skirt around the side. And if 60 feet will get him all the way up the stair. Oh, sorry, not that side. The level up, but then yes, and then further to your left on screen, his right. That's 30 feet, so 60 feet should get him how far?
Are you wanting to come up to the next higher tier?
No. Oh, I see. He can't. Then yes. He'll do the same. No, he won't. He'll go all the way up and try and get as far over as he can then to his right, and see if he can maybe hide behind that pillar. The pillar all the way in the corner.
Hakim
All right.
makes a dash for it, and I imagine Durathi would notice that down there. There is somebody else here who is not of your company, nor of the enemy company, the tower of the oh my gosh, the Cold Fire Citadel. No, I beg your pardon. The Scorpion Tower. Scorpion Tower is this goblins and ogre enemy company that you all have essentially dispatched, other than a goblin mage who's got like a couple hit points left.
All right.
So
If I
you see
have
him. You
time-
see him dash over there.
Yeah, if I have time, I'll just quickly shout out, "Hey, looks like we have another visitor," and just if they can hear me, they can hear me. Otherwise,
Party, you all heard Durathi say someone else is creeping onto the scene here.
Great.
All right,
The last thing of my turn, he flashes a smile of all fangs that are kind of brownish with kicked on dried blood because they haven't been wet with real blood in a while, and it's like, a classic vampire thing. And that's it because I already dashed, and it's not any
the
use
Goblin
hiding
Mage
protection.
has miraculously survived to another turn. This time, he will try to get out of this web. I will give him advantage due to... Wait, no, he didn't even do enough damage to burn off that section of it. Oh
and
my
he's
gosh.
Also, he's also hexed.
And
too,
he's
so that
also
would be-
hexed.
So that would be disadvantage on strength.
Here we go. He struggles against the spider webbing. And he comes up with a total of a 0.
What is this?
Make sure he sticks around for a while, Emmett. He amuses me.
Bogodon, do you continue your feast?
Yeah, I'm munching away and looking down at this newcomer, and I mumble through mouthfuls, "Be you friend or food?"
Hakim, any reply?
He sort of stares back at that and says, "Not your kind of food, but it looks like you have mine." Kind of motioning towards the Etten when he says that.
Bogardan does not share, but you're welcome to kill more.
A fair deal.
The
I'm going to be
Etten-
eating for a good minute.
the Etten itself clearly was unable to escape this Minotaur's expert trap, and Ebitog wins out this time and insists that they must chop down the Minotaur first, then then rip free. These will be at disadvantage due to the restraining. First is a battle axe swung by the one arm. A mere 11 certainly will not be enough. And the other arm brings down a spiked Morningstar. Awkward though the strike is, manages a 22 to hit.
that definitely passes.
All right, let's see if he can clobber you. Wham! That is 15 piercing damage to Durathi.
Dang, all right. Okay.
You still on your feet?
Yes, shaky, but on my feet.
Learn how to swing that damn axe, Lumiark! Okay, I've got rope stuck on my arm.
If only. So close, yet so far. How do you respond, Durathi?
I say, well, you're not exactly my cup of tea, but it looks like somebody may have, a bite to take out of you. And I'm gonna back up 10 feet. And would that provoke an opportunity attack?
It would.
Yeah.
There would be disadvantage due to restraint, so it's a matter of how lucky you're feeling.
All right. Let's just do it. Why not?
Let's go for it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up 10 feet.
Feeling lucky.
I'll show you I can use this axe better than you ever will.
Slumiark attempts to swing that battle axe again, trying to prove himself to Ebitog, and prove himself he does with another 22 to hit.
Oh boy.
Alright, what's the damage?
I really hope this was worth it, Durathi. You're paying the price for this. It's the exact same, actually. 15 again.
Okay then. Living
Ah,
happily
see? If only you could do that every time.
All right. Well, I'm still standing.
You are still
So,
standing. Okay, Durathi still in this.
That's right. Persevering through it all.
Okay.
Backing up 10 feet. And from this point, I am going to charge at the Etten.
Oh, I see. You set yourself up for the gore. Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying
So
to...
the Etten thought you were
throw him
trying
off the spot.
to maybe flee, but no. You were just building up some momentum.
Oh, yes. Yes, a Minotaur does not simply flee. And so I'm gonna charge at this fella.
Boom,
And-
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, okay. So we have a 22 to hit.
Very nice.
Which
Don't forget you do have advantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, and this one was a nat 20.
Oh! So
Yes.
you see, there's this thing when the large size Minotaur critical hits on the Minotaur charge. It is brutality.
Not fatality.
That as well. It's everything tality. You you have 2d8 for your horn naturally, and then if you go at least 10 feet, you get another 2d8.
Another
And you
2d8.
critical, so that all multiplies. So you've got
All right.
8d8 plus your strength.
8d8, you said?
Your horns are 2d8 already just by themselves.
Oh.
If you charge at least 10 feet before you hit, you get another 2d8. That's 4d8. Critical doubles that. You've got 8d8 plus your strength modifier.
All right. Well, I only prepared maximum of 4, so I'm going to have to... All right, hold on. Give me a second. So...
Ran out of
8.
dice.
Please, yeah, please do. You want the feeling of rolling 8d8s. It's a
That's true.
tactile delight.
Okay. I'll have to get on
Rolling,
your
not
guys' level.
stepping.
Just scatter them like.
No, I have Legos for that. Don't worry. Okay.
Nice
So
day.
16, 19 on the first 4. And then 9, 10, 14. So 19 plus
33?
14 is 33,
33? Yeah.
I believe. And then plus my strength modifier, which is plus 4. So 37.
37.
In addition to that, the Etten also has to do a strength save. And
The bloody corpse of the Etten fails
Oh.
its strength save, and you send it careening off of the edge.
That's right. Who's the stake now?
Damn you, Slumiark. Got us killed.
and it sputters its bloody ending there.
Right in front of the vampire.
Right in front of the vampire.
I look at him and I say, "Bon appetit."
Now, I'll leave this up to you, Durathi. You could, in theory, have not instantly killed him. You could just like leave him there bleeding to death. Is that what were you meaning to toss the meal to the vampire?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to try to push him
Okay.
off the platform.
All right.
Doesn't matter, dead or alive.
So Hakim, you see that, and you're probably gonna be pouncing on that like a starving alley cat, and he's nearly dead. So I said, Michelle, I hope this was really worth it, and it was really worth it that you took that op attack.
I could just hear the vampire like.
Do you hold your ground there, Durathi?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. And don't really need that trap marker any longer. It's been activated. What's going on? Let me get it off this other window. There we go. Okay. That brings us to the fire spitter. That will spit fire, as it is known to do. And it's kind of even between all three of you, so I'm going to do a random roll. Grab my D3. 1 Hakim, 2 Durathi, 3 Bogodon. 3 Bogodon. I'll give you... I'll give you half cover. You're pretty tall, but there's a lot of stone. I'll give you +2 to your AC for half cover. The fire streaks toward you with a 12 to hit. That was it.
Thankfully, 14. No.
The fire just glances off your thick chitinous hide armor that you're wearing. It does not singe you.
Just hold up a bit of meat.
You see Vegemite reach here. He looks this way and goes, "Gah!" And then he runs to the south. There was something to the north that seemed to scare him. Raxel the gargoyle says, "What? What? He won't hurt you? He's nice. Come on." Whatever that was.
Great.
I only shudder to imagine.
Or Vegemite. Out of all the ogres in the world, he was one of them.
He certainly was one of the ogres. One of the ogres of all time. So Emmett, you're eyeing this vampire or this goblin.
Yeah, I know there's like I could probably hear blood being spilled over there, but this goblin, I've had my eyes on him for quite some time. And Emmett's gonna just hop down, real gentle, like a kid trying to climb down the little rock wall there. He scrambles down, and he goes, "No, don't struggle. Hey there, little guy, come here." And I go over to him, and I'm just gonna
No, I
caress
don't
his cheek
want
with my
it.
finger.
I don't want another bite of it. One is enough.
No, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Here, look at this. And I take out this like little puppeteer doll. What's the word? Puppet. Whatever. I have a puppet. And I take this little puppet, and he'll say one of his catchphrases. And he says, "I'm your friend till the end," in a weird sort of. And I say, "Here, you can hold on to him for a while. His name is.
You'll have to get me out of these webs first, and then I'll hold it."
I'll get you out. And as I do this, and I'm interacting with him, I want to use my my charming gaze to get him on my side, so he can make a DC 15 Wisdom save. I assume it's going to be with with advantage because it's combat.
Okay, here we go. Oh, advantage serves him well. He has an 18.
Get out of my head! No!
Just give me more time, my little goblin friend. You'll be mine forever.
Can we hurry this up, Emmett? Why does it take so long?
You can't rush this. You can't rush this.
Gosh, that creepy ass voice. Oh,
Rush this. All right, now, come on. I'm gonna drag him as little as I can to Ezor and get right near under his leg.
Okay.
Come on now. We ain't gonna hurt you. Come on.
Okay. Get me away from that thing.
He shudders at being brought within biting range of the Arachneer once again, and there are some little drips that trickle down from his trousers. Yellowish in coloration. Naturally.
that's the poison working itself out.
You done soiled yourself. Don't worry.
No!
We'll get you some new trousers. Don't worry. Come on.
That's pointless. Just kill him.
No. Mine.
So just for the benefit of everybody, there are some different ways you can go with the vampire. Emmett here is a dark beguiler who
Very
is
different.
a mind-affecting, charming type vampire. If you recall, he actually began this battle with an orc who was his thrall that did everything he asked, did his bidding. He gained, Bob, you gained that orc in our wonderful session 0.
Rest in peace,
But-
Torn.
I
Yep.
thought they were just really good friends.
Yeah. The friendship developed very, very rapidly.
He loves me.
So, the other vampire that we're seeing is Strigoi, who is quite different from the Dark Beguiler, although they
I'm
obviously
actually really
share
excited
core
to have him
vampire
see-
features.
Yeah, really excited to see this because that was the other one I was like, ooh, this one's so cool. So, very excited.
I've play tested this with Esper a little bit so far, but not at 5th level, only at 1st and 3rd, so it'll be interesting to see.
Hmm. Well, we'll get over to him shortly. First, though, we must see what Ezor is going to do. Are you going to afford
Aries.
your vampiric ally some more time?
Carry us.
Yeah, I would like to. Can I hold an action to use my gleaming arrow cantrip if he tries to do something to me?
While you're readying a spell, you're concentrating on it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
I'm
would
already
lose the
concentrating on
hex.
hex. Yeah, so no, I'm just going to shake my head now that he's brought him within melee range. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn here.
You could ready a bite.
Yeah, I'll do that then. I'll ready a bite. If that dude tries to cast another spell, man, I'm just gonna chomp down on him.
Okay. Hakim the
Well,
Ravenous, who
Very
has
excitingly-
a gored, wide open, gashed up, blood gushing, dying Etten nearly at your feet.
and in exactly the not totally most predictable way, he, with some semblance of cunning, will make sure to stay to his right of it, because he did see that flaming head spit fire again.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of look back and forth, up and down between Durathi and the mostly dead ogre, and think for a moment about if these people are a threat or not, and then just give up on that because there's a whole bunch of blood right here. Distend his no longer stony jaw now, and just sink his teeth into the nearest of its two necks, and gulp a couple of times, then look up with now fresh blood trailing through his formerly dwarven long beard, and squelch out a many thanks, and then resume doing that. I think that takes pretty much his entire turn to do, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Durathi is pretty grossed out, but she nods to acknowledge. Welcome.
Well, she knows what being stoned was like too, I assume.
Oh,
I guess
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
know that. I don't know that you were all stoned too. You just might have been here.
So
it's just she's a vegetarian, so. Okay, sorry, Esper, as you were.
as you are at full hit points. There's no need for you to be healing from this, but would you have been wounded, you would have gained. And you do simultaneously deal necrotic damage to the target, so I think we can count that as a failed death save for what it's worth.
And, yeah, that isn't doubled for being a strigoi and latching on, right? I
You would
that's
now
kind of
latch on.
fiddly. Okay.
The goblin who is soiling himself evermore by the second makes
Just give
well,
in.
well
There's no need to fight it.
he's got these spells. What could he do? I think die. And he'll launch another burning hands. He's gonna try that once again. Yeah, he's got the slot for it. Okay, so he will he'll launch a burning hands. Can that? I guess I could probably get both of them, right? It's like a cone shape, so it just comes out like there. Oh no. But it'd be more like this, like that cone, like there. I see it. I can see it in my mind. So he will do the sleight of hand thing again to try to burn the webbing in the process.
Okay.
An 11. So he didn't get his hand positioned right. So it doesn't burn any more of the web, though the two of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
I will go ahead and use the inspiration on this one.
Good choice. Good choice. Ooh. Yeah, definitely a good choice. I rolled really hot.
24.
Yep. Success. Looks like Bob is not here to roll for Emmett. He automatically fails and takes double damage.
Damn.
And I think vampires are weak to fire, are vulnerable. So that's quadruple damage.
Oh.
Okay, so it's 16. You take half, so you take 8.
Ugh.
Yeah, he rolled really hot. He rolled 5, 5, 6. When Bob gets back, help me remember.
With that saved whatchamacallit to bite him. If I have that opportunity now, I just want to do it.
Oh, yes, yes.
Holding the action.
So actually, you can do that anytime. You could bite him before the spell even goes off.
Oh, yeah. I would have liked to have done that then. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, because you hear him chanting and like that first arcane syllable that flies out of his lips.
Okay.
You bite.
Cool.
Yeah, reactions always happen before the triggering event resolves.
Yeah, as soon as Izor sees him trying to cast a spell, he would roll a 15.
15 to hit?
Yeah. Oh, that would be with advantage because he's in the web. Yeah, 15.
Yes. So, someone once said that every mage needs to have shield prepared, and apparently the goblin slept, or maybe just was truant on that day of school because he didn't have it. And you just bite him, and you sink your fangs into him.
Amateur.
And you kill him, or do you knock him out?
If I can take him to 0 and let Emmett have his day with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna act like Izor's gonna act like he's trying to kill him, and then we'll act surprised. Oh, he's still alive. Okay, whatever. But yeah, will that give me my inspiration and my hit points back then?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
So, Bob, you
yeah.
missed it. You were about ready to take like 50 fire damage, but Izor readied an attack. And when the goblin started to cast his spell, Izor bit him and has not killed him, but has chosen to render him at 0 hit points and just like laying there, knocked out on the ground.
What are you talking about? He's dead.
You've done well.
Whatever.
Dungeon Master keeps giving us the option to like leave these creatures alive.
I'm just
Starting
helping
to
you
get
guys
suspicious.
since you're new with the monster classes. Just throwing you some bones.
We have a little. I'm sure we have a rapport with each other, and we know that vampires like to eat. So
Yeah.
Especially those that are currently damaged.
Yeah, especially when one hangs around your legs all the time.
love it. Don't you lie.
You always hear little whispers from your legs. Are you gonna finish that?
Is Ezor charmed? I'm not sure.
Nobody knows.
Bogodan, you are feasting atop the highest level.
I'm almost done. I'm down to the lower leagues now. Feeling pretty good. Yeah. Continue on. Napkin, got to maintain.
Do you have any thought of Vegemite who has run off?
Bitcha who?
Clearly, best of chums.
Nice.
I just called him Soak.
Well, he did that in more ways than one. Durathi, you have felled the Etten. What do you do now?
All right. Having felled the Etten, I find that suddenly I am feeling very weak, and I stumble back away from the Etten's body and the horrifying scene of somebody just devouring their blood. Again, as a vegetarian, I am just repulsed. And I will step back and kind of put my back against the wall of the platform above me. I'm just going to chug a health potion.
Okay. Not a bad move.
Yeah, I was at a solid, 8 HP. So I think this is what I'm doing now. So it's +2. So 8. I'm going to recover 8, another 8 on top of my 8.
You are no longer in single digits.
Woo!
And you back up using this wall for some total cover so as to not be scorched.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Speaking of scorching, the fire spitter will do its thing. And I think we're still at equidistant. Yeah, it's basically the same distance. All right. I'm going to roll even for... Even, it shoots at Hakim. Odd, it shoots at Bogodan. Even, it shoots at Hakim. Hakim...
Some kind of cover?
Yes, I'll give you... I would... Seems like 3/4, right? Because it's a large thing and you're crouched down drinking on it there.
I won't complain about that.
Come again?
Oh, I said I won't complain about that.
Yeah, that seems like 3/4 of your body would be blocked by that position. Makes sense to me. Take +5 to your AC. 13 to hit, so no, that's not going to do it. There's a peculiar scent of burnt ogre, or Etten. I keep saying ogre. The peculiar scent of burnt Etten beard rises up, and not exactly fine incense. You hear nothing of Vegemite, which, maybe is a good thing. You don't hear him screaming or dying terribly. You don't hear anything at all. You don't even hear his footsteps. So I guess he's found somewhere that he finds suitable. Well. Emmett, we're going to head back over to you.
Awesome.
The
He's
goblin has been
unconscious,
felled.
right? Yeah. Well, I am actually pretty hurt. That blue dragon and I, we did our little dance. Kind of hurt me. I'm gonna have to probably take some blood from this goblin. Just a quick feed before we patch them all up again. So I'm gonna lock my teeth in here. Now this is free, right? Because he's unconscious. I can do this without any issue. The bite.
Normally, you make an attack roll to hit, even if someone is unconscious.
True. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It looks
You
like I
do
to
have
grab.
advantage, though.
Gotta hit the vein.
And
Oh.
if you hit, you can automatically score a critical hit.
Okay. I got a. What's my claw? Plus 17 in total.
Yeah, so you just you bite, you sink your fangs right in, quite easy. And go ahead and roll.
Sorry, bite. Yes, I said claw, but it's the same.
I know what you meant.
Probably,
And
probably a
roll.
little bit of spider webs.
Yeah, roll like double your necrotic damage for the critical.
Gotcha. Okay, double the necrotic, so 5 and 5. 10.
Okay. And the goblin is quite affected by that, so I will make a death save when he gets back to his turn. And one more fail, and he will be dead. I'm sure you will weep tremendously if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've got to eat, and it's the way of the world.
Vampire's got to do what a vampire's got to do.
Yeah, but I will hop on to Ezor if you allow. I'll climb up your leg with this goblin in tow. That'll be my movement. And I'm done.
What am I, goddamn taxi now?
Love it, don't lie.
Where to?
Obviously with Bogodan. I just made that up, but I'm very confident in what I said.
Okay.
All right, so since there really not are, well, no, there's the fire spitter. Well, I'll leave it up to you all. You guys can do this in a couple different ways. We can keep this an initiative. Someone can go and try to disarm or destroy the fire spitter, or you all could like remove yourselves to where you're not at risk of it blasting you. You can kind of do what you want because there aren't any monsters tromping around like enemy creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's avoid.
What are you all thinking?
I think a lot of us have taken damage. I know Ezor's kind of like thinking that fire spitter's like an electric fence that he doesn't want to go by right now.
Yeah.
After getting zapped a few times. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, I'm fairly hurt. Hence why I'm eating.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. Ezor will send
Mighty slayers! Impressive.
Vakodas bellows down from up above.
Oh yeah, that guy. We're coming for you next.
Oh. Worry not. You'll find it very hard to ascend up here when you're returned to your stony forms.
And he crunches down upon some nasty, oversized insectoid thing.
Avlema has got to die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raxel over at the potion / drinks table says, "Stone cold killers! Be back to stone cold stone soon. Enjoy your feasting while you can."
I want him to die more than anybody else.
Yeah, if we're out of initiative, I want to go see if he has any healing potions over there. Also, I'm moving my hex to Emmett.
That's fine. False strategy, I get it.
Let's see if I have something different I can
What
put on here
was the creature
music-wise.
that's the bartender here again?
It's
What
the
is it?
gargoyle.
Gargoyle?
Mm-hmm.
He's useless to me.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be sinking your teeth into that one.
Not
Hold
so
out a
much.
stone and whisper to it, "Look, it's one of your people. You want to go home to your people."
If anyone else is doing anything in particular, also let me know before we cut over to the.
Yeah, are we out of initiative order?
I think
You
so,
can
right?
essentially do what
Alright.
you
Well,
want
then
here.
I'm gonna Hakim will slowly walk up, casually and calmly to where Bogodan and Durathi are still standing, and say, "So you are against whatever this place is?" And again, dripping consistently with blood as he says that, and like, was a decently well-dressed guy at one point, now in his tattered remnants of robes, picks a copper pin out of his beard and kind of squints at it and sees how bent out of shape it is, and like just disdainfully flings it in the distance. And says, "Came you here the same way I did?"
We don't know how we came here, but we certainly did not come here by choice.
Well, that makes 5 of us.
Would you like to join us and clear a swath of blood as we find our way out?
Seems I haven't the choice.
All right. And I'll turn to the others and say, he's cool, guys.
This place of Kiriafoti faction.
Of what?
Ogre faction.
I'll take your word for it.
Big word. Big important word.
Good job, Bogodan.
Bogodon, I believe you regained some hit points having feasted.
I'll let you roll the 1d8 plus 5.
I'm pulling it up now. Glutton, notorious glutton. After you have eaten 40 pounds of food, you gain temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus ogre level.
I'll take them.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah.
You
That way
know,
you can play
you
mute.
know what happens when you ask the DM to roll for you. We've
You have
already
mercy
done
and
this
budget for
experiment
me.
before. Okay, there we go. I rolled completely right down the middle. You got 10 total, 10 hit points.
Nice. I'm against rolling for bonuses that you take time to get in combat anyway.
Very well.
Just in general.
Is everyone convening over here? Is that what you want?
That seems wise because there aren't as many. Right, that the big area is open to people just throwing stuff at us.
Yeah, especially if the gargoyle's serving drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, there are
Very
a few
interested in
things of
healing
note
potion.
over here, other than Raxel the gargoyle and his table. There is a basilisk lazily
Oh,
moving about up in this den here.
lazily basilisk. Yeah, that can stay there.
Okay.
It yawns a yawn and lies down in a corner. And Raxel says, "She's perfectly fine. Never done any harm to me before."
Imagine that.
She's real lazy. Call her Stoner. And you also see Vegemite over here, who is taking shelter in this kind of blocky alcove. The carrots make the pain go away. The carrots make the pain go away. He's takes longer to get to 40 pounds of food, I think, than Bogodon. And then this
Pounds of carrots.
yeah, this that I've this circular form that I've put here is it's a very shallow stone pit, stone circle, and it has chunks of igneous rock strewn about it. There is a pedestal at the center of this stone circle. The top of the pedestal has a banded copper sphere attached to it.
Let's not take that one for granted.
Eh.
Man, your jokes
But also
rock.
because this is Esper, you can't trust that. Any statue or obelisk or pedestal
What are you talking about?
or iron face on a wall.
So you all essentially have a grasp of the layout of the place in terms of north and west and of course central. There are some other ways, and maybe you can speculate what those will lead to. But it sounds like Thakodas and his ilk are intent on returning you back to your trophy states, and they can play with you again at a later date. How exactly they're going to do that, you don't know, and they are not making that clear. Raxel looks at you all, and he says, "How about a victory drink?"
Oh, that sounds lovely. I'll have blood, please. And, Izor.
I might have a bit of blood around here somewhere. He
Our goblin friend
clinks
dead
and
yet?
fiddles with various files.
Oh, good. Is our goblin friend dead yet?
Oh, that is a very important question.
Very important.
He just died in your arms tonight.
Night.
It must have been something you said.
I will dump him right off the side, and I'll look at Izor and I'll say, "You win some, you lose some."
That's the 30-second one this week.
I'm just happy that we fight together so well, all 5 of us, and that I'm the only vampire of the party.
Right. Oh. Durathi. Bogadan. A
Oh,
new
good, they're-
friend, I see.
You're back. What? Who is this?
Ah, yes. Meet our new friend. What's your name again?
When I lived, I was called Hakim. Something.
Ah, yes, of course.
Somewhere.
Hakim all something somewhere. Our new friend.
All
I
the
have been like
bites.
this
Hakim,
for a
all the
while.
bites.
Train gibbets, look at his teeth.
Smell him already, don't worry. I'll hop off Izor and I'll go over to him. I'll walk real, I'll saunter over to him and I'll be like, "Hey there, friend. How's it going?"
Oh, I've been better.
Oh, I can see that. Just want to let you know, if you're going to hang with us, you got to make sure you listen to that one over there. And I point to Bogodan in the back. I say, he's in charge.
I think I have an idea about that one. I just don't want to get too close to his mouth.
Wise.
Yes, well, see that you don't get too close to mine either. He does the whole vampire thing again.
I'll wipe any blood off of mine and try to hide it a little better. And I don't reveal my fangs. And I'm just like,
Hakim continues just dripping blood all over his, again, formerly fancy, well-dressed dwarf, but now bestial, disheveled, and thoroughly soaked crimson-fronted form.
nice.
I'm glancing over to Durathi and just my eyes are a little bit wide. I'm like, keep them away from me.
I'm going to sidle away from the group, and I'm gonna shout over to the gargoyle. So,
All right, who was it that ordered the Bloody Merilith?
oh, no. I was wondering if you had any carrot juice.
Carrot juice? Blech! That's
just take the cup.
disgusting!
I'll just walk up and take the cup. No questions. I'll just grab it.
You take the cup, and it is filled with a reddish liquid. Clearly, there are spirits in here, as the alcoholic vapors pungently strike your senses. But you get a whiff of blood in there as well, and there is a little piece of dried meat, like a sort of jerky, with 6 strands, just peeled down to three on each side.
Does it look appetizing to me?
Can you have
Yeah,
like a
it
little
looks-
umbrella
It looks great.
at the top?
Little
Umbrellas! Carrot juice! Where do you think we are? Some kind of tavern?
I'll take it. I'll take a drink. What's in there? I'll see what effects it has.
Well, there certainly are strong spirits in there. Liquor, yes, indeed. And, some kind of savory powdered spice. And, yep, that's definitely blood in there.
Does it heal me?
The question of whether blood can heal a vampire in this way has not yet been decided for Monstrous Heroes.
Nice.
I will allow
It's a
you
magic
to
item.
I will allow you to roll a d20 of fate.
Okay.
Declare even or odd. Declare what you're trying to get, even or odd, and then give it a roll.
I always try to get even.
All right.
And a 1. Never mind.
Well, you got to be odd to be number 1.
It still tastes good, and I'll take it. And I say,
There's something about it that tastes good, but there's something about it you don't quite like. It's not fresh. It's
oh, okay. So then
he's probably
actually,
had it is sealed in some container for a few days.
like like a kid is disgusted by like almost any food you give them. Take this, Ezor.
Izor will knock it out of your hand. Just, gosh damn it. Quit messing around.
Disgusting.
How did you all manage to kill everyone like that when you're a bunch of whiny babies? Can't handle the liquor? What in carrot juice and umbrellas? Ha!
Bogadan. This one says you're a whiny baby.
DM, I'd like to rage. Oh, hang on, I'm not a barbarian. I'd still like to rage.
Hey!
I'll just
Whoa!
casually toss a.
I wasn't
toss a
talking
rock
about
in
you,
that
of
direction.
course. What with the red skin and the tusks and the slurping down guts and all?
I have tusks.
Takes guts to eat guts. What about you?
Points at Hakim.
The same for you? Or are you gonna spit it out like this one here?
Continually dripping blood, he says, "Well, actually, I'm good." Just, dripping.
Yes,
Dripping.
you look good. And you? Minotaur?
All right. Fine. I'll pass on the carrot juice. Maybe you have a sugar cube? I'll take a sugar cube.
Sugar cube. Sugar cube. I've never heard of that one before, but maybe I have something that's similar. Here.
Basically, anything that's not made from flesh. I'll give it a go.
No,
what have you
no.
got?
No flesh involved in this one. It's an ancient recipe. Traditional, you could call it. Well before my time.
And you hear him cling and clink around.
Ah, here we are.
Candy.
And he sets a cup on a kind of like a stoneware cup onto the surface of the table. And it might be wine. It has a dark color. Very dark color. Maybe a deep, near black purple.
I'll give it a tentative sniff. Does it alarm
It
me?
has an aroma which is a blend like that of incense and exotic spices. It's unlike anything else you've ever smelled in a drink.
Oh wow, this smells delicious. Toss it all back.
You sample a taste, and it strikes you as an astringent of bitter herbs, followed by a metallic tang that makes you grimace. It's like the drink is imbued with esoteric properties that transcend the very laws of nature. Your body begins to tremble. Raxel says,
Whoa! Hey, I gotta go, but good luck to you all.
he begins to flap away, and simultaneously, I would like Durathi to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, man. Okay.
Glad
Let's
I spit
see.
out my drink.
Yeah. Okay, we have a 10.
Durathi shudders for a time, and then she grows calm. And she
Hey, guys, how's
turns
it going?
around and just stares at you all.
Bogodon, do something. I'm scared.
Get that damn gargoyle. Should have killed him when we had the chance.
Can I throw a rock at this gargoyle?
Bogodon, you step here and hold up a rock and launch it. Make an attack with disadvantage as the gargoyle is trying to fly away.
Nat one.
The rock smashes off of the wall and a pebble smacks Vegemite. No, they're turning against me now. They're turning against me.
Calm yourself.
Raxol runs off and you hear him shouting something about, "Hey, brother."
Oh, this is how we learn there's like a Maxol, a Jaxol, a Waxol, Baxol, etc. And there are like 6 of them.
Come on.
Great.
What do you think this is? Star Wars?
Ooh.
Ezor's gonna root around in his supplies back there and see if there's anything worthwhile, like healing wise. Now that he's gone.
Ezor, you take a step and Dorothy puts a hand on your shoulder and squeezes rather tightly. And she stares you in the eyes without any expression on her face.
Oh, Dorothy. Guys. Emmett, you're good at this weird-ass staring crap. Something's wrong with our friend.
Yes, I can see that, obviously.
Climb on my back so you can get eye to eye with her and slap some sense into her. We've got stuff to do.
Maybe, is there any knowledge I have from my hypnosis type charm that I could discern what's happening with her? Or even a hunch?
You can make a skill check of some variety if you are so inclined.
Would it be something like either insight or arcana?
You could do anything you want. They all would be
Acrobatics.
some different approach or some different angle on the situation.
I rolled a natural 20. My insight is probably my better sort of like perception set type skill.
Mm-hmm.
Or not perception, but just trying to figure out something because I'm not too smart.
Okay.
I didn't pass 3rd grade, so 25.
Yeah, you went to 3rd grave.
3rd grade. Excellent. Nice.
I mean, by ogre standards, pretty damn smart.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
the
like a
smartest person here. Yeah.
like a college graduate professor.
25.
Smartest person in the ogre village is not much of a boast.
Yeah.
Something fell and shadowy seems to have claimed Dorothy's mind and body.
Fell and
You don't think that's Dorothy driving the helm of that ship?
I simultaneously let out a belch and a fart.
There she is.
She's crying for help.
She's locked
She's in
away in
there.
there somewhere. That was her cry
She's
for
in there
help.
somewhere. I can smell her and hear her all at the same time.
Let's see if I can take over.
Now what?
Can I try to use my charming gaze to take over her?
Okay. Do you
Proceed.
climb up onto Ezor?
Yeah, and I'll just get
Okay.
right and locked face to face with this bullhead.
What about a carrot? Vegemite, where's those carrots at?
I need them
want a
all. I need
carrot
them all.
juice?
You can't have my carrots. You hear the incessant crunching from within the alcove.
Poor.
Dorothy make another wisdom saving throw against the oh so charming Emmett.
Oh, okay.
15 is.
Oh, I got a 17.
You're too good.
There is no light in Dorothy's eyes, and she stares at you as though a starless night sky.
I've gazed into her soul, and I know exactly what's afflicting her. Some shadowy creature has taken over completely. She'll be here like a husk. I might as well take my fill of her blood.
Before you do, I've always been told to get a second opinion. Hakim, Can you come over here for a
So
second?
now I'm not good enough as a vampire.
I'm
is that what
just
you're
saying,
no.
there might be something you might have overlooked.
I've been on this earth for 87 years. You think I've overlooked something?
You get cocky. We both know that.
I should have you know, I was not a physician, I think.
I was a
Hakim, are
third
you
grader, so it doesn't
drawing
matter.
near?
Yeah, not that near, but, near enough.
Emmett's gonna walk away, a little upset at the whole discussion with Izor. Gonna go blow off steam, kick the
Where are
wall.
you going? Come on.
Go kick the wall.
All right, Hakim, you draw near, but not too near. Bogodon is by your side. Izor is close to Durathi. A dead goblin is lying there, limp on the ground. There seems to be a basilisk named Stoner who's taking a nap up there in a corner. Vegemite is near catatonic, incessantly chewing carrots. And there is a stone circle with a pedestal and igneous rocks and the sphere of banded copper atop it. And the gargoyle
Is
flew
that-
off somewhere and shouted to someone, said something, brother.
Now, I don't have any skills that would remotely help me with this at any decent degree, but I could always just roll. Is there any way I would have to know what's going on with Durathi? I know she drank something, and now she looks like this.
Can you just illuminate us a slight bit of your backstory or something that maybe you recall
Sure.
of your
Sure.
background?
Hakim al something of somewhere was once a nobleman and a dwarf. He probably led a dwarven clan or something of that nature. And he was obsessed with forbidden lore, and he robbed tombs, and at some point he got himself bit by a vampire, and that was centuries ago, if not a millennium or so. Long enough that he's forgotten quite a bit of stuff. But one day he continued robbing tombs, and he robbed the wrong one and got himself turned to stone. That's why he's here.
Based upon that, there is a chance that you might know. So, since we're talking about knowledge, it sounds like you're doing intelligence, maybe
Sure.
religion, since you're talking about tombs.
All right. Well, I'm not that great at that, but we'll see.
And he's older than me too. Great.
He's got a different skill set.
He's also taller than you.
Not by much.
Is
He
he
is a
really?
dwarf.
He is a dwarf now.
Yeah.
I start chewing on some cud.
Either she is possessed by Malekithis the Three-Horned, or I do not know. I got a 6.
All right. Hakim has some far-flung speculations that amount to a big question mark. Durathi, and I mean the actual Durathi, your actual mind that's locked away somewhere in the deep, dark nether. Do you have a memory of some kind that comes into your life? Maybe something that you did previously that was like an unfulfilled want or desire? What would you be doing if you weren't trapped in this now prison of your body within this prison of Scornhold?
Sure, I'd be hunting down as many humans as I possibly could and murdering them with my bare hands, seeking vengeance for all bovine kind.
That is
Pleasant.
extremely violent. is
Soothing.
this a like a life quest, like a zealot mission that
yeah.
you're on?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, sure.
So you are from this city. It's the only remaining city in this continent that we're on, called Jaya, Hebu Town. And one of Hebu Town's cantons, known as, I believe it's either Liberty Canton or Medicus Canton. I'm fuzzy. It's one of those two. Is a Minotaur canton. There are not many humans at all. Actually, there really aren't any humans in Hebu Town. The human canton long ago was abandoned. Baketra was their leader, sort of sorceress, and she has a whole tragic story of her own. What lingering few humans stuck around, and their children and grandchildren have all pretty much been hunted down by you. your quest in Jaya is nearly complete, but you have heard tales that there are other farther away lands in which humans are plentiful. Do you have dreams of traveling to some other land and stalking sizable human populations?
Yes, certainly. And in the interim, like if I cannot go to the distant lands, then I would be working on indoctrinating other minotaurs into my cause. So the end goal is always to get out there, slay as many humans as I can. And if I can be on the ground myself in distant lands doing so, then yes, that would
Even
be
better,
the
huh? Is it
ideal.
only humans? Is it, or is it also like elves and dwarves and gnomes?
Oh, it's specifically humans.
Specifically
Durathi.
humans. Okay. So you don't particularly have any ill boding or ill will toward Hakim because he's a dwarf vampire.
Yeah, no. Hakim is okay. Emmett, I don't like, I don't trust. But Hakim is okay.
But Emmett is clearly the most trustworthy one in this whole party.
Right, the okay one is the little clean kid who hides his blood, as opposed to the like disheveled monster man covered in blood.
I'm everybody's friend.
I feel like I've known you my whole life, Emmett. All right. Well, I would say you all have completed a short rest. You're welcome to spend hit dice, and short rest features will be regained.
During that short rest, Izor will console Emmett, and then kind of different skill sets, and then look over at Vegemite and be like, "We sure could use one more to join us. I'm just saying, maybe your talents could reel
No
him
more
in."
death! No more death! No more red water coming out!
Maybe not. Never mind.
You could try to talk him into it if you are so inclined, but he is not immediately in a state that can handle violence.
I was thinking with Emmett's skill set.
You want me to use it on
Vegemite? Do I have to spell it out for you? I'm just saying, the goblin's dead.
Come here, Vegemite. And I'll walk over to around the corner by the little alcove he's in. Hey, Vegemite. How you doing, bud?
Awful! Are you gonna find a way to get us out of here? They're talking about turning us back into stone.
You know I always find a way out of things, don't you?
Speaking of which, I'll give everybody a perception check.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
That's not terrible, but it's not great. 11.
Anybody else?
I also have an 11.
Okay.
A 16. That was an 18 minus 2.
Well, man.
Nice.
That's actually
I
pretty good
also
for
have
you
a-
then.
I also have a 16, but it's 10 plus 6.
Wow.
Yeah, minotaurs are very, very perceptive. So, who was that? Was Izor with the 16, right?
Izor and Durathi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Durathi is not home right now. If you'd like to leave a message, she'll get back to you, maybe. But we'll say Izor, you can relay something to your party. It's not something that you see nor hear, but it's something that you feel. There's something inside of you that's like a tensing, it's very subtle, a subtle tensing, almost like a clenching sensation that's just starting to build. You have concerns that this gas is about is going to wear off in the immediate future unless you find some kind of cure or antidote or something.
All right.
It's not happening right now, but I'm just saying that's coming down the pipeline. You will be coming back into stone unless you can find a remedy.
Yeah, so I will look at everybody. I will relay that, let's take the short rest, roll our hit dice, and we need to get moving. I suggest maybe we travel to the south because I don't feel like tangling with a basilisk at this moment. Bring Durathi with us. However,
I would like to charm Vegemite, and maybe Vegemite could carry Durathi for us.
All right. That Vegemite will make his wisdom save. And he comes up with an abyssal failure.
So my charm has taken hold then.
Thank you,
So
Emmett.
weak.
Thank you.
So weak.
You're my only hope in this place.
I know. Come on, come over here. Lay your big paws on me. Come here. I'll give him a hug.
He strokes you with ogre caresses, which
There.
he's really not a very strong ogre. He's kind of like the anemic, sickly ogre. So luckily he's not like ripping the hairs out of your skull, but it's still.
You're so strong, big guy. Come over here. Come over here. All right, now I'm just gonna hop up on top of you if you don't mind. I'm gonna get up on his back like riding his shoulders.
Okay.
We have Master Blaster.
Let's go get Durathi, okay? She's gonna make everything all better too. We're gonna get out of here. All right?
I'm gonna.
She doesn't look okay.
Even if it means over your dead body, we're gonna get out of here, all right?
No, it's my dead body. Don't say that.
Oh, so I meant over my dead body. My dead body.
No, you can't die either. You're the only glimmer of hope. You're the key to freedom.
That's right. Now you need to calm down, or else I might fall from this
Okay.
tall shoulders.
Okay. You want to bite a carrot? He holds you like the carrot he just took a bite out of.
I'll take it just to get it out of his hand, and I'll throw it behind me. All right, now pick up
Durathi is
okay?
just staring
pick her
straight
up.
on at Vegemite.
Pick her up.
Drooling a little bit.
A little drooled. She doesn't even blink.
Are we taking a rest? You said, Wally.
You've accomplished a short rest. So if
Yeah.
anyone still
Yeah,
needs
roll
to
hit
roll
dice.
your hit dice, please
I've spent
do so
3.
now.
I don't roll hit dice though, right?
Yeah. I will
can,
spend one
if you need
last
to,
effort.
if you'd like to.
I will spend one last effort looking through the gargoyle stuff to see if there's anything that I would recognize as
yes.
anti-possession white eyes for a minotaur thing.
Okay, you are rifling through the various decanters. Do you have a skill, or you just want to do this kind of randomly?
Yes, I do have a skill, and that skill, I want to do it with athletics. No, I don't. Never mind. Actually, yeah.
I looked
Yeah,
through them
I
all.
don't really
None of
have a
them looked
skill.
right.
I'm just gonna rifle through and see if I can find anything that might.
Okay, just roll a d20.
16.
Okay,
Playing.
the winds of fate guide your hand, and you pick the one that looks like the right one. And here, Durathi, this'll fix you up.
I force it down.
Why do I remember this, and why does it seem like a bad idea?
No, it's clearly it's nothing.
It's not
Durathi,
cold blood, huh?
Durathi and Ezor make opposed strength athletics contest.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm too strong.
Is it athletics you said, or just
Strength athletics.
Can somebody help him out? Because I'll jump on her horns, and
Yeah.
18 for me.
hold her back.
Oh man, I got a
Pinch her
dirty
nose.
20.
That sounds pretty dirty.
I'll help.
Okay,
I'm
and at the
sorry.
last moment, somebody tries to help. Who is
Emmett
doing
does,
this?
Yeah. He jumps right on. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Hakim? All right, Hakim leaps like some animal. Pick an animal.
What leaps? A gazelle. They leap, right? Yeah, sure.
Ooh. Yeah, because
Hakim leaps like a gazelle. and attempts to lend aid wrestling back the
He's used to
the Minotaur.
He's built around grappling things. Grappling is one of his strengths. He's a strigoi. That's what he does. Yeah. Okay. Of course.
Yeah. All right, give it a roll.
I did.
already.
It's still-
Hakim.
Oh,
Athletics.
Yep.
Okay. Not as well. Actually, it is a. No, it's a 16. No, sorry. What am I talking about? That's one of his expertise skills. That is a 22.
Izor, you take this file and toss off the stopper, and you go to put it to Dorothy's lips, and she grabs your hand and like holds it away, and she
got 7 others.
stares you dead on, and she's overpowering you, and she has this vice-like grip, and you're worried that she's about ready to dash this crystalline file against the wall and just shatter the whole thing and ruin all the liquid. And just before she overwhelms you, Hakim leaps up, grabs her horns, like pulls her back and like gets her jaws forced open. And he doesn't do this in a wild, barbaric type of way. He does this with a like deadly precision and highly trained technique. Like,
Well, it's kind of
obviously he has done this sort of stuff a lot.
Yeah.
And he hits just the right pressure points, and Dorothy kind of like bucks, and that's your opportunity, and you get the
Can I just slap him off like an annoying gnat?
you can certainly try. So Bogodan and Hakim roll opposed athletics checks.
No.
All right.
Bogodan. No, we're
Oh, that one was one better. I got a 23.
Not even close, buddy.
Bogodan. What do you have, Bogodan?
It's a 17 on the dice plus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Your ogre strength.
Not a killing blow. It's more like a subdual thing, but it's just like a. I don't.
Okay,
like
you
feeding off my
bam,
friend.
You swat Hakim off of Dorothy. Dorothy clamps down, just shattering the thing, the neck of the bottle in her mouth. Spits out the shards. The rest falls to the ground.
You fools! We're not going to progress the plot this way. Gosh, damn it!
I stamp at the ground a little bit with a hoof.
Shattering the fragments even smaller.
By the way, this is exactly how I see monsters heroes working together. just like instincts taking over.
While all this is going on, can I bind Vegemite as my thrall? I've been caressing him.
We can give that a shot. Here we go. Vegemite makes a wisdom saving throw. Ooh, I gotta pull up his character sheet for this. I have to. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I.
It's probably like a 4 for his wisdom.
Of course, Bogodan pays no attention to anything happening to Vegemite.
Where is it?
He's part of the group. He's with us.
Well,
He'll always be with us.
Yeah.
Banter on, guys. Bear with me. I gotta hunt it. Hunt it down on Discord.
Where is it? I can make
Everything I
that potion
jump
again.
onto.
Bogodan, Dorothy is messed up. We need to fix her. What are you thinking? Oh, there's got to be something else back here. And he's just like,
You want me slap her head?
do you think that'll work?
Maybe that
Try it.
Work with
Right.
vampire?
I try to bite everything I jump onto.
Grab the horns. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
She's still in there.
Okay, I
I
got
fart
it.
again.
Sorry, I thought I had it just like right here on my computer, but apparently I don't. And I rolled well enough that this is going to really come right down to it. He has a +0 wisdom save. That's a 16.
Oh,
Emmett.
hate to see it.
Oh no. He snaps out. Ugh. Wait, what is this? What are you getting me into? No! He goes back to his safe corner, broken out of your charm.
Damn
I
it.
know.
Why is everybody failing?
I'm saying this not as Dorothy. She is currently in just like dairy cow mode, so she could probably be led like with a rope if you were to just.
Maybe if we had a rope.
What we
Perhaps
need
we could lead her.
is a cowbell.
Oh, we always need more cowbell.
I have a fever.
Or some cowbell.
The only pure small cowbell.
Or who knows, if
well-
somebody yodels, she might follow that. I don't know.
Let's Christopher walking Dorothy around
All right.
and bring her south.
Yeah. Yeah. In efforts.
I've
to-
got a minotaur. She's got a fever. And the only cure is more cowbell.
A cowbell.
Apparently,
Okay, so who is doing what? Who's hurting this gaggle here?
Well, has
Bogadan,
shaking her head vigorously by the horns done anything to snap her out of it?
Oh, okay. So Bogadon, you go and you begin to vigorously shake her horns, and she grabs your hand. Do Rafi and Bogadon make opposed athletics checks?
All right, you got this, Bogodon. Oh, nice.
Oh, net 20.
Oh, I rolled a 3, total of 7.
You rattle her bones and her nerves, and
her.
Durafi, and I'm talking to Michelle here. I'm gonna give you like a moment where you kind of like you'll momentarily come to your senses. So imagine you're just kind of in this like weird
Staring at the face of
darkness
Bogadan.
prison, just kind of like trapped within like your memories, and then suddenly you come to like you gain consciousness for just a flash, and Bogadon's shaking you, and you see your allies there. What do you say?
I say, personal space! And I shove Bogodon. Shove him.
Step back. Mission accomplished. Forevermore, you'll understand the insult bugbear breath.
Wait. What? I like take a moment to reorient myself. What happened?
But alas, it is only a moment, and you slip.
So I'm
and
back.
You slip back into the darkness.
Okay. What happened?
Do it again, Bogodon. Do it again.
Hakim looks at Bogodon and says, "Is that how she usually sounds?"
No.
That end of her anyway.
I shake
So,
my paw, her neck
She
directly.
usually moves.
What happened?
Talk like she did
It
for
does
that.
Somebody cast
appear.
spell?
It does appear that Durathi will, move along with the party, though she isn't just glued in spot in her
Okay.
place. Yeah.
Izor will ask Bogadan to make sure that she comes with us.
Yeah. It seems like if you all move, she'll stay with the group.
Yep.
She
Let's
plods,
travel south.
Plods along eerily.
Don't know whether the vampires did this or not.
Hakim, there is a slithery, shuffling noise to the north.
That's not the basilisk.
Give me a perception check to take a look and see what it is.
Oh, or does he? This is him finding out what this is. Okay, well,
We shall see.
11.
You see the basilisk. Make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Oh.
Blindly following the
Alright.
DMs.
Well, okay.
You trust. You trust.
17 on the die plus 6 is a 23.
Okay. There is a moment where you feel like your body begin to seize up, and then you power through it, and you turn away, and the basilisk shuffles over to the other side of its den.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Says, I envy the blind.
Yeah, we'll start walking south vigorously.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. We're yeah. Well, cow and toe, Vegemite. We're leading him with a carrot. Bogadan's gonna lead the way.
Vegemite.
If that's okay. With
Vegemite says, "Until this place is unlocked, or there's no danger, or I'm not no."
Damn it.
And I say, "Mrrr," and I fart, and I belch up some cud, and I start following along while chewing on my cud.
I'll stay ahead of her, if possible.
What sort of general formation do you all keep to?
I
Is
think
there
this
a
was good. Personally, I think this was good.
is,
Bogut on
is
a
there
drop.
a ceiling?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
I
the
don't-
ceiling is not as tall when you're here in the corridor. I believe it's 20 feet. Yeah.
Right. I would
It's,
be.
it's
I'd
actually
like to,
80 feet high in that big central chamber, and then 20 feet high in these side areas.
All right. Izor will be on the ceiling.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Ezor goes on to the ceiling.
Nice.
Mhm.
Come on, Vegemite. Let's go down this corridor.
I'll take a look first. I'll wait here.
Don't worry, Bogodon's in front. We got this. There's a basilisk coming the other way. You don't want to be here when it gets down here.
I just want to look at it.
It also has teeth and claws.
He goes and he whimpers in the
Good,
next
good.
alcove.
You're brave now. Real brave, Vegemite. Good job.
That sounds like
Bo-
advantage on the next charm check to me. It really does.
Bogodon, you pass by this. It's a very, very shallow pit, just a few feet down. Has a little stony lip about it, full of these chunks of igneous rock all over. It's got the stony pedestal coming out the middle. There is a banded sphere of copper in atop the pedestal, and there is, now that you're kind of at this angle and closer, clearly there is an inscription reading, "Heat opens."
Just that? What's it say, Bogodon?
What, the squiggly things?
Yeah.
It says copper good. Don't trust ignorant rocks.
I think it says meat opens. You have any meat?
No, I eat meat. Who read? You read?
Yeah, who reads here?
Spider, read.
My gosh.
You can't read it upside down.
It's upside down. Flip
It's
it around.
it's the inscription's in the giant tongue. Other than Bogodon, does anyone else speak giant?
Nope.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
great.
It says, "Let's keep going."
All right. So
Vegemite could read it, maybe.
okay.
Vegemite. There's-
Veggie, read the thing.
Oh, what he said.
The Bogodon, make an intimidation check.
That's Vegemite.
That'll be a. Oh, intimidation's one of my power skills.
I have to get a 4 or higher.
Yeah, I know, right?
8, 9, 10, 11. 11.
11. No.
Read or kill you?
With advantage.
Now, let's not get into a scuffle here. We're all
We scuffle.
friends.
Friendly warning.
We're all friends. Let's just head down the south corridor. Right, Izor?
Bogodon,
Yes,
are
let's
you
continue.
are you willing to attack Vegemite?
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Give it a roll.
We made it 10 feet.
Give it a
10
roll.
feet.
Oh, God.
Read the thing.
We're going to get turned to stone again.
This really important read thing.
No, it's not. I don't even know what it says. Let's go. Copper's down the other way, I think.
Next time you read thing.
Did you miss?
No, I'm not gonna hit him.
Oh, you're not gonna hit him. Ah,
No,
okay.
it was just a throw. I was just warning him.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to try to convince Vegemite?
Come on, Vegemite. Let's go.
I know eat Vegemite.
Come on, Vegemite. Remember the piggyback times?
Yeah. Is he immune to my? I know he's immune to my thrall, but is he immune to my charm again?
Let me read.
So in case of charm
Vampire.
ends, target is aware that you influenced him. You use it a number of times equal to a proficiency bonus. I have one more use of it right now. Being expended.
On a successful
Oh,
save, the charm
so I
condition
have all
ends.
my
The target
uses,
becomes
okay.
immune to bind thrall for 24 hours. So you can still try to charm him. You just can't bind him for
Alright, so I'll
into a
use my
thrall for
second.
24 hours.
Yeah, I guess it depends when that short rest was, but I'll use it again to see if he can at least charm and he'll come with us and be agreeable.
Okay. Wisdom save. A mere 6.
So I'll hop on his shoulders and just say, listen, bud. It's gonna be all right. All right. We'll talk about it later. But for right now, just follow Bogodan.
Can Hakim? Can you?
As long as you're with me, you're like
No,
my
I'm
good
not the
luck
kind of vampire
charm.
that does that.
Nothing can no harm can come to me while you're with me.
That's right. That's right. Now just follow Bogodan, okay? And everything's gonna be peachy keen.
Oh, not too close. He's talking about clubbing me.
If you don't follow us, you end up like Durathi back there. Look at her.
I drew.
I always talking about
Image,
crap,
are you inclined to have Vegemite read the bands of the copper sphere?
What's that say there? What's that say there, Vegemite? I have my reading glasses on.
Oh, he peeks around the corner, like one eye half slitted. Heat opens.
I say,
Heat opens.
Izor,
Look out.
What?
down here.
Up here. I'm up here.
It says heat opens.
I make fire hands. Look out. Look out.
I have no fire, but I want to be away when you guys.
Do you go northwards or southward?
Southwards.
Okay.
saying that
Hakim
out
pulls back a little bit to the north, and I guess maybe grabs Dubrathi's rope and just makes sure everybody's well out of the way of fire hands.
Fire.
Whatever the hell that is.
Bogadon, what are you doing?
Burning hands, of
Oh,
course.
burning hand. Okay.
Mr. Miyagi style.
Sheets of flames rush out from your palms and bathe the copper banded sphere. And the spheres begin to shift, sliding over one another. And the contraption indeed opens up, and the heat radiates out, and the igneous rocks begin to glow with great warmth, and revealed inside of this hollow sphere are two tiny ceramic flasks. And arising up from the glowing embers of the igneous rocks are three creatures, which you have had experiences with these creatures before, in fact. Magma Mephits. There are three of them.
It's all the same method.
All right, so we're going to jump back into initiative. Ezor, what do you do?
This is all Vegemite's fault.
I shake my head in dismay. That's I seeing this, or do I see this because I'm around the corner? I guess that's the first question.
Well, you certainly hear it and are made aware.
Oh gosh, I remember those.
Can I try and intimidate these things into working for us? Maybe.
I'm just gonna come around the corner and I want a longbow one right in the mouth.
The mouth.
Right in the kisser.
Yeah. So that'll be 22 to hit. for 7 points of damage. And attack number 2 would be 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
With 7 points of damage, piercing.
All right, you've dealt 14 in total. Your arrows clip the magma method left and right. Bits of its elemental body are sheared off, but it is still flapping its little imp-like wings.
Izor will roll his eyes and then use the rest of his movement to get away from them.
All right. Are you wanting to kind of stay in this room, or are you wanting to go down the corridor?
I would probably stay in that room because you probably have more stuff for us down in the corridor. Just
What?
Yeah, he'll come back over. Just watch over Emma and Vegemite. Yeah, where he's at.
Very well.
Good. I'll intern there.
Hakim.
Alrighty, so this is maybe the time to use this. He's gonna he's gonna step forward to where he's about even with that little wall, and then brushing aside some caked on blood and some messy hair and fabric scraps, reveals a swirly color patterned tattoo around his right eye, and he touches his finger to it and his eye glows and the ink seems to run off of his face and shoot out into a big wave of swirling, whirling colors. And this is a spell wrought tattoo. That was his common magic item.
Wow.
Of color spray. So he casts color spray and rolls 6d10, affecting up to.
It's a cool item. I just took a puppet.
31, up to
Hey, man,
30
you and
hit
the
points.
ogre zombie jester. Great minds think alike.
He affects up to 38 hit points of creatures with this.
2 of the methods, the wounded one and the one nearby it, are
Blinded.
squealing. Does anyone perhaps speak their elemental tongue?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Just told
Well,
us
that
the secret
worked.
to get out of here, and we don't know it.
That seems to have worked. You've blinded 2 of them.
All right. Well, then he steps back behind the wall.
And that is a dead creature. Bogodon.
I'm gonna cast sleep.
Well, they're really going to be blind then.
So it's 5d8.
5d8s, yeah. Roll that up.
It's all of my d8s. $26 hit points total.
26 hit points. Alas, only the wounded one falls asleep. And it's prone there on the rocks. Do you hold your ground there?
Yeah.
Durathi. Now, Durathi, you are in a very strange state of mind, but you are aware that danger is afoot. What sort of attack would you be wanting to do? What do you think Durathi would do attack-wise?
Look out at him.
I guess like I know that I am in danger, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh, you're going to get in there, for sure. I'm just more curious if you're doing a gore, if you're doing a great axe, etc.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Durathi just comes out like, just like deadlocked, focus in on killing. Not a word, not a snort.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, if I am aware of like the whole situational context than the fact that I have to like go around a wall, then I would probably come out with my great axe.
Okay.
Oh,
Darathi
thank
comes
God.
with her
I
great
was
axe.
so certain you were going to attack Hakim.
I was worried for a second. So, am I attacking with my great axe? Like I've just come to?
Sounds like. You're not coming to, but you are attacking, so go ahead and make your roll.
Oh, okay. Death. Death for you all. Death. Death. 18 to hit.
You chop in half the sleeping method.
Death.
It scatters upon the rocks, and then it just dies out like so many embers in the wind. That is a defeated creature.
Disappointed it did not squeal when it died.
Vegemite is dodging, and no! Get away! Get away! Get away! All right. So he thumps down that direction and is using dodge to be defensive as best he can.
Good, Vegemite, good.
Ah, Vegemite indeed.
My turn?
Bear with me just one quick moment here. I have to look at a thing that is certainly of no consequence.
Uh-huh.
So, a curious thing happens, and really I'm thinking this is more through the point of view of Emmett, as Emmett is the one on Vegemite's back. And let's see, who's there? Okay. So, you can't quite see around there, but Emmett, you and probably Vegemite as well, you hear a sound like somebody casting a spell. It's not close by. It echoes down from the other end of this way. Sounds like somebody a good distance away, not close.
Is the voice something familiar, or is it
Not
brand
familiar.
new?
You hear it say, "Doctor Gersta." That rhythmic sound. Let's see. You have spent some time around this arachnomancer who,
Unfortunately, yes.
unfortunately, yeah, who casts spells, and his magic is a bit sorcerous, a bit warlock-like. It kind of reminded you of some of the things that he will utter when he casts his spells.
Ah, well, his spells are so weak. This should be no problem.
Should be no problem at all.
I heard that.
Vegemite,
That is a dead.
why don't you head down that way? It sounds like there's a lot of fun going on down the hallway.
What is Bogodon's armor? Is chitinous hide? It's like boulette hide or something, I think. I think we gave you like a better quality hide. I'm pretty sure that's what we did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. All right. Durathi's a natural armor wearer. This method back here says, and it flicks its hands. You've seen this before, but you are far away, locked in your unconscious prison. And the axe in Durathi's hands begins to glow red hot.
Oh no.
And Durathi takes 9 fire damage from
Okay.
the scalded metal that has been heated.
I would say that it. I'm sorry?
Good.
I would say that instinctively Durathi would drop it it hurts.
You would think that, wouldn't you? Make a Constitution
no.
saving throw.
Oh no.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Why did you have the drink?
Oh man, I don't. All right, we have a 19 for the con save.
You are a strong, tough, and resilient Minotaur, and Dorothy doesn't make a peep, doesn't say a thing, doesn't even flinch when her hands get scalded. She just grits her teeth in and holds on to that axe. She's not letting go of her weapon of death dealing.
All right, and I
Emmett.
flare my nostrils, and I do one of the, I don't know what it's called, like when an animal with hooves kind of kicks at the ground a little bit. Ferocious.
Intimidation.
Yeah, I do that.
A
Scrape at the ground.
hoof scrape.
That's it.
A fierce hoof scrape.
Technical term, scientific
Yes.
even.
Yes,
The
indeed.
Mephit flaps its wings and goes up to as high as it can and tries to get out of this little corner of destruction. Bogodon, do you have a big old club in your hand? I think you're tall enough and big enough that you could swipe at the thing as it flaps by.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dorothy could as well, though Dorothy, you'll have disadvantage on your attack due to scalding hot metal.
Better. 3 plus 6. That should hit.
What do you come up with?
I had a 17 to hit.
That certainly does it. Bogodon?
More than that.
Even more of a hit. Well, you both struck it, so it might not even survive. Might have actually wanted to have flown first before casting that spell. But, hey, it's a Mephit. They're not known for intelligence. Or maybe you'll kill it now, and through that spell at least got some damage in before it died pathetically.
I got
14 points of damage.
Oh, same.
Did you both deal 14 damage?
We did.
And the great club comes from one angle, and the great axe comes from another angle, and they meet in the middle, and 2 pieces of Mephit fall off to either side, and by the time they hit the ground, they're just, dying embers.
With our powers
Yes.
combined.
Well, that one's dead. Emmett, you are atop Vegemite's shoulders, who is running from the fiery doom that is cropped up over there.
Yep. Can I see the creature? Or it looks like it's behind that wall, right?
You
Did I shift
know
to the
pretty
left
much where
shoulder?
it's at. You don't really have a great sight on it. Why do you ask?
Well, I want to use my insidious beckoning on it. If I can.
Okay. Do you want to hop off of Vegemite?
Well, prime.
Or how
seat.
about this? How about you just kind of like go over to his other shoulder
Yeah.
and just kind of lean out, and you can partially see the method.
Oh,
It is a
yeah.
blinded method, though. It has been color sprayed.
Oh, even better. Great.
So let's see. Does it need to see you? No, it doesn't. I think that's the
No,
charming
yeah.
gaze where you're like looking into each other's eyes. Okay, so it makes a wisdom saving throw. Also not a strong suit of a method. It has failed. What do you do to it?
Awesome. So I am going to do my 2d6 damage to it. And then I'll also move it. The other one tried to run away, right? This one's still there in the engagement range and everything.
Yes, it is flapping its little impish wings, and a couple feet above the rocks. And I guess I didn't actually do anything for it on its turn. I guess I'll take its turn after your turn.
Okay,
I don't know why
I'll just do the wisdom
it's
save
blinded.
thing
It's
again
not
in
like
case,
stunned. Okay,
I'm
what
not
do
gonna
you do
move
to it?
so I'll just do the wisdom save penalty to it in case it tries to fly away, and I can hit it at range or something next turn. And I'm not going to move because I really don't want to leave Vegemite's shoulders, but I'll just tell Vegemite, hey, I think we hear some friends coming from around the corner. Let's go see them.
Now you can select 2 effects with Insidious Beckoning.
Yeah, so I did. Oh, sorry, I didn't call. 4 damage is what I rolled.
Okay, you did
4
the damage, right? You do 4 psychic damage to it.
Yep.
And
4
then you
psychic
impose a negative 1d4 penalty on its next saving throw.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. For next save. Okay. Duly noted.
Oh,
Now,
yeah, it's any save, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, I'll do
I
that.
think it's any save. It
Yeah, it's any
is
save.
the next saving throw the target makes before the end of your next turn. All right. So I'll give it its turn now. And it's blind. It can't see. What is it going to do? It'll just breathe its fire out. And a cone of flame comes. Whoa, that was an extreme close-up. Comes out of its little mouth. Durathi and Bogodon make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Well,
Michelle, that doesn't look good.
the math gives us a 1.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed.
Well, it's just a method, so if there's ever a failed save to do, it's probably against the method breath.
That's fair. That's fair.
You take 6 fire. And Bogodon, what about your save?
Yeah, that was a fail on me as well.
Okay. 6 fire as it singes both of you, and it is rather distraught at seeing nothing but blind, swirling colors in its eyes. And Emmett has Insidious beckoned it, and that was successful. Ezor. Now, Ezor, you heard maybe a bit of that spell casting. It wasn't quite as good as what Emmett and Vegemite heard, but you have a vague notion that there's someone else out there who's casting some spell.
Yeah. And also Ezor sees Emmett taking off a Vegemite to the south. It won't show it, but might be a little bit concerned. So Ezor is going to come out into the middle of the hall again on the ceiling. I'll look over to see if the methods have been dealt with yet. And
There's one who is still blind.
and seeing that one there, is it hovering or is it an area where my
It's flapping its
spectral-
little wings. It's not too high off of the rocky rock bed.
Okay, so I don't think my spectral spiderling would be able to get it then because it would have to be on the ground.
You could put it on the pedestal, and it could bite it quite
okay,
readily.
That's what I would like to do. So one of the abilities of the Arachnomancer is the spectral spiderling. So as a bonus action, I want this little spectral spider to appear on top of the mantle and bite at the mephit.
Excellent. I thought I had the spider out already. Where did it go? There it is. Okay.
It was in the arena.
There we go. Okay.
The first bite will be a 14.
Yes, that is good.
Awesome. Will that the Arachnomancer's poison, will that come through as well, or is it
Alas,
just
the elemental is immune to poison.
Okay. So that'll be
At a certain level, the Arachnomancer gets a feature, or the Arachneer monster class gets a feature called Supernatural Venom, where you can even poison things immune to poison.
that I'll be looking forward
Yeah,
to.
it'll come online at like 9th level. It's a little bit higher up.
Maybe our next short rest we can level up. So that will be 1 + 4 is 5 points of piercing damage on that one.
Got it?
And then the next attack will be 9 + 7, so that is a 16.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Another 5 piercing.
Another 5. Okay. Your spiderling, which is really your own bite acting through this magical conjuration, snaps twice at the distraught mephit and has wounded it.
Okay. And with that, I will use Ezor will use the rest of his movement to track Vegemite and Emmett, figuring that the Minotaur, the other vampire, and the ogre should be able to handle what's left. And that'll be my turn.
Hakim.
Oh, he might not be here right now.
You are muted, Adam.
He had stepped away, I think.
It looks like he's AFK.
Yeah.
And the creature is blinded until the end of your next turn. Okay, so it is blind until the end of Hakim's turn. Well, after Hakim is going to be Bogodon. So, is AJ AFK also?
Strike 2.
Well, Durathi will be after Bogodon. So, Durathi, who's actually on the ball for this, go ahead and
Gotcha.
make your great axe attack.
Oh, Adam just got back.
I did, yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, look at that. Hakim, it is your turn. The Mephit is wounded, doubly bitten by the spectral spiderling.
Indeed.
It is
Well-
blind until the end of this turn.
Perfect. He's gonna run around and duck through the two bigger people and just come straight up at it with a pair of attacks from his two clawed hands, because 5th level means multi-attack. And if those hit, he will also attempt to grapple. It's going to be, it looks like, is that a 15 and a 17 to hit? Yes, a 15 and a 17 to hit.
Yes, both hits. Why don't you roll the damage on both of those, and then we'll see if there's anything left to grapple.
Sure. Okay. It's going to be a total of 19.
Yeah, I didn't think this thing was gonna make it. You slash through it, and it withers away to nothingness. Its little minor elemental spirit drawn back to the plane of fire whence it spawned. Technically the borderline of fire and earth. And what else? Do you do anything else? Do you move anymore? Nope. Okay. Bogodon. What would you do in this situation? You've slain the Mephits and your allies are poking around towards the south.
Izor would have called out, "Quit messing around, you fools! There's more to this way!"
I'd go that way.
Bogodon, you come tromping southbound. Okay, your speed gets you there.
Oh, what were those vials? There was 2 vials on the
Oh,
plinth.
yes.
on
The bands opened, the sphere bands opened up, and inside are these 2 tiny ceramic flasks. You could have grabbed those if you were so inclined.
I do.
You still have your action. I guess you could use it to examine the contents if you're dying of curiosity, or you could
Yep,
do
yep.
something else.
What do we got?
All right. You pull the stoppers on them. The first one has a white crystalline powder. It seems like some kind of salt, some kind of alchemical salt. And then the other one is as well a powder. It has a sort of a coppery green coloration, a very, very fine powder, not granular like the salts. So, they look like they have some kind of alchemical reagents in these. Interesting.
Think
I'm
I-
curious.
I think I give them to Spider.
So,
You don't lick them. Licking them's fun.
mental note on that. What will become? Durathi. Durathi
I
sees
assume
that
I'm
the
still
foes
in-
are destroyed.
Right. And I'm still in the cow brain mode, I assume.
Follow the
So,
herd.
Yes, but first I will drop a cow pie where I'm standing, and then I will follow the herd. Yes.
All right. And the obligatory swish of the tail
Indeed.
afterward. Yes.
Yes.
Durathi raises her axe And at first, everyone suspects she's gone completely possessed. She's going to strike down Bogadon. But no, she doesn't release it. She's truly just readying an attack for the sight of any threat. So you have a readied great axe.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Also, can everyone give a nod of appreciation to Michelle for being such a good sport, for her character being possessed for at least half of this session.
It's interesting. I'll give you that.
Still
You're doing
laying
some
traps
good
behind her as well.
role-playing stares and glares.
Ah, yes. It is my specialty.
The body language is important. Vegemite says, "Which way, Emmett? Which way?"
I'd hang a left if I were you.
All right.
No,
let's
left.
let's take a peek.
Oh, also, since the whole group is moving, Hakim does step over what was just left next to him and follows the rest of the group.
Okay. You see, unsurprisingly, this lengthy corridor, stretching around, wrapping around in this way. And
Look at all this free space for us to roam, Vegemite.
and
Keep going.
the great mystery as to the spell casting is revealed as from the end of the corridor is a gargoyle. It is not Raxel.
Oh,
It is a different gargoyle. And it releases a dark, crackling bolt of energy
It's always the statues, man.
at
Always the statues.
at Vegemite. I suppose I should write down his hit points. Vegemite.
You should. Because he
Vegemite.
also is willing to let me bite him now, right?
Vegemite has 39 hit points. Okay, so he's all
Delicious.
right. Okay, and where's my? I'm juggling windows here. There
The
it is.
joys of streaming. While
Yes. Oh, it's so joyful. Here we are. This is a ranged spell attack, and it is at quite a range. You might note.
Yeah.
That is a 19, which certainly is a hit on our dear Vegemite. And okay, Vegemite suffers 9 force damage and is actually thrown back. I guess there's a wall there, so he doesn't get thrown back too much. But it's 5 feet. He goes back there and uses his action for dodge. There's death around every corner, Emmett. There's death around every corner. He
Just go to your happy place, all right?
Strokes you.
Go to our little cabin. We're gonna live off the fat of the land.
A field of carrots.
Poor ogre.
All right. The gargoyle goes somewhere. Who knows where? Where would he go? And we're gonna end things with Emmett. Emmett,
Emmett?
you got a closer for us?
Well, it looks like we're all going to die. You might be happy about that, Izor.
What?
You've been dreaming of it ever since I joined the band.
You're already dead.
True. Then you're all gonna die.
Get on with it.
Emmett is gonna hop off. Vegemite. Stroll out into that long corridor. Tumbleweed's gonna go past.
All right. You still have your action.
And I'm going to. I don't have anything I can reach him with or whatever, whoever that was. but I'll call out to him.
It was a
and just,
long spear of a blast there.
There's a what? I'm sorry.
I said it was a long spear of a blast that he
Yes.
shot.
Yes, I don't have anything like that. Though. That's it. Yep. And I just call out to him.
Well done.
I'll put my hand on my childlike slingshot, like right at the holster, and I go, "Now, why don't you come on out and we'll do this man to man?" And I'll step out right in the middle, hand on my holster. I can make a persuasion or something. but I basically want to goad him to come out.
Would you call this a ready to attack?
If anybody comes within range, yes, I'll use my slingshot for as long as I could fire it.
I'll make it.
Bogdan's going to move in behind and like just heft his sack of rocks, like reloading it.
This is an appropriate place to pause things, everyone. So it looks like we'll be going to session 3, if you're all game for that.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I'm always game.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Oh yeah.
I should give out some milestones. Let's see. You all have gained 4 milestones at this point.
So that advances to level 12?
What? Just instantly,
rest?
you explode with light and power, and you can get however many levels you want. Once you reach 10 milestones, complete a long rest. Tell us what your character is learning or advancing, and that's how you gain a level.
Is that everybody getting 4 or only those that were here last time?
Hakim, indeed, it would be poor form to give you all those, as you did not participate in that. Hakim, well, actually, I've somewhat misspoken. You all get 4.5, and Hakim gets a 0.5.
Wait, we get 4.5, he only gets 0.5?
Yes.
Izor rubs that in. I've got 4.5.
4.5 what?
You got to earn
don't
the
matter
XP
if
in
you
my
don't know.
games. You got to put your life on
Bogdan
the
gives some of
line,
his
or-
milestone because he won't know millstone.
All right, everyone. We'll pause there. Thank you all for gaming and for being willing subjects of going through my fun house of terrors. This has been great fun.
Everyone
Thank you for
survived.
running.
Thank you.
My
Well,
pleasure.
yeah.
Thank you.
And everyone who's been following along live or post stream, thank you very much for watching. It is impossible for me to read anyone's comments because I'm juggling like 1,001 different things, but I do see people have been leaving some comments. So thank you all for watching. I hope
We got
you've
the
been
chat up.
enjoying this as much as we have been enjoying playing it. And we'll be back at the to be announced date for session number 3. So good night to all, and may your adventures be many.